Hello everyone, my name is Marissa and thanks so much for watching today. We are going to break down a vinyasa. The word vinyasa means to flow, so I'm excited to share with you some of the most common movements that we as yoga teachers tend to say without teaching you sometimes the full breakdown, especially if you're not in a beginner class. So whether you're new to yoga or you're a seasoned yogi, it's really helpful to break down a vinyasa so that you can learn sequencing and make sure that you're practicing at a safe level. I'll be sure to show you lots of modifications, so watch the whole way through. And if you have any questions about the sequencing or your body, please feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe for many more videos like this. All right, we're gonna get started at the top of our mats in a pose that we call Tadasana, also known as mountain pose. So let's go ahead and step our feet together and then roll your shoulders back, let your palms face forward. I want you to feel your belly button lift up towards your chest. On your breath in, you're gonna inhale, raise your arms to the sky. And then on your breath out, you're gonna let your hands come down through your heart, bowing forward, releasing your fingertips to the earth. And if they don't touch the earth, that's okay. From here, you're gonna gently place your hands on your shin bones, lift halfway forward, Ardha Uttanasana, a half lift, and then exhale, fold forward. So we'll practice that again. Go ahead and inhale, come all the way back to stand, reach your arms up, and then exhale, bow forward, place your hands on the earth. Inhale, lengthen halfway for me, and then exhale again, fold forward. As we step back, we're moving into a pose called plank pose, so the top of a push-up. We're all gonna drop our knees so that we're in a knee down plank, and you can keep your toes tucked or untucked, but don't allow them to lift off the mat. The first step of the vinyasa is setting up a plank and then moving through a pose called chaturanga dandasana. From here, you're gonna be aware if you have the arm strength for full chaturanga or if you need to lower the knees. So as my hips move forward, I'm not taking my tailbone backwards or letting my pelvis fall down. Instead, I'm aligning my hip bones, so back here, with my shoulder blades. I'm gonna look forward on my breath in, send my elbows back by my sides on my breath out, and then slowly just lay all the way down. Again, toes are still on the earth. From there, we're gonna untuck the toes, squeeze the elbows in, and then lift the heart into a pose called Cobra Bhujangasana. Exhale as we flatten back. From here, since we used our knees for the first round, we'll press into the hands and knees. Back to child's pose to rest. And then from here is generally where we transition into downward facing dog. So we're gonna run through that a couple times. I'm gonna show you lots of different variations. So if you get lost, feel free to pause the video or rewind it if you want to see anything else. So again, plank pose, knee down plank, chest moves forward. We're gonna take chaturanga all the way down to the earth on our exhale. We're gonna untuck our toes. We're gonna lift baby cobra, heart forward, elbows in. Notice my throat is reaching forward, but don't allow your head to go back too far. Exhale, fold. From here, use your hands, use your knees, press back, child's pose. And then again, curl the toes, downward facing dog. To find a little bit more strength in this pose, we're gonna inhale, come forward, high plank. Now, some of you may have been taught knees, chest, and chin, where the stomach and pelvis are lifted. But instead of working from there, I would prefer you to work from knee down variation. That way you can even work on tricep push-ups. So up and down. And again, noticing my elbows, they're gonna stop right along my rib cage. So pausing in 90, and then exhale, push. And eventually you're really gonna develop the strength in the back of your arms, which are your triceps. So just so you can see my movement again, if I were a knee down plank, my body looks like this. I'm gonna slowly slide my elbows right along my ribs, and that's my stopping point. From there, I push the mat away, lift my heart forward, which takes the shoulders back, externally rotating and lifting the chest. So let's try again, high plank. Exhale will flow, so drop the knees. Chaturanga, stop at 90. Now you're not sure what happened, so just flip the toes. And then full cobra, my hips are on the earth, the tops of my feet are on the earth, and my shoulders are back. Now it's hard for me to pull my shoulders back because I'm working through a lot of muscle in my back, but also because sometimes my body rolls forward, which is super normal. So take your elbows back some and pull your heart forward just a little bit more. From here, we can go ahead and tuck our chin. Option 1, you would lower back down to your belly and then into the child's pose. Option 2, you would stay in cobra and then lift the tailbone, rolling over the toes, and again to down dog. So pick an option 1 or 2. I'm going to show you option 2 again. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, let's all drop our knees. Untuck your toes or keep them tucked. It's up to you. Option 1, lay flat. Option 2, hold that chaturanga shape, squeeze in, and then press up, cobra. Lift your heart. Good. Exhale, back to down dog. And then shake your head out, relax. So from here, you can drop your knees if you want to, and then maybe your wrists are tight from some of the movement. So some nice wrist stretches are to take your hands right into the sides of your body and press. Another one is very simple, placing the palms into the earth. Or even simple things like just interlacing the fingers and rolling the wrist around, and this is going to relieve any tension that you might build from practicing this motion over and over again. You want to make sure you always protect your hands because you're going to need them your whole life. So again, option 1, our knees are down. We've lowered all the way to our stomachs. Option 2, our knees are down, and we've paused. We've hesitated at a place where we can hold 90 degrees, so this shape, and then lift up, maybe a full bhujangasana. So option 3, we're not going to lower our knees, but we're going to take it all the way to the earth. So go ahead and find plank. Choose your option based on your personal strength. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, full chaturanga. So my body's going to lower as one unit. My arms are going along the side of my body, and then once I hit the earth, I'll untuck my toes. From there, either baby cobra, heart lifts a little bit, full cobra, I straighten my arms, or first experience an up dog, lift my hips. So you'll see my pelvis is no longer touching the earth. And then I want to push into my feet, pull my heart forward, engage my legs. Exhale over the toes, pull it back, strong core, again to down dog. So again, now you know option 3, let's work through it. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, will hesitate and then come all the way down, a great place to start. Untuck the toes, baby cobra, full cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So you should start to notice right there where you feel strong and where you feel weak. So maybe it's your lumbar spine, your lower back, that's kind of caving in and not allowing you to fall through the chaturanga. Or maybe it's just strength in your arms and you just don't have the shoulder and the tricep strength yet, and that's okay too. It could also just be fear of supporting your body all the way down, which is where you can practice those tricep push-ups. You can practice the tricep push-ups again with those knees, pelvis forward, kind of coming down halfway, not even all the way, and then up. And then eventually all the way, and then up, or even just fall till you hit the ground, and then from there, you'll press back up. So all those options provide you opportunity to grow the pose. Option 4, full chaturanga into your upward facing dog or your cobra, which is the biggest part of our vinyasa. So we're gonna find high plank again. Remember, drop your knees if you know this option is not available for you. Exhale, my heels are pushing back. My thighs are firming, my glutes are engaged, and my back is turned on, so every muscle is working. I'm gonna inhale to look forward. Exhale, lower, pause at 90. From there, my feet transition. Upward facing dog, pull my chest forward. And then exhale, use the strength of my belly. Pull it back to down dog. Breath out. Let's do that again together. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Push back with your heels. Bring your shoulders right on top of your wrist or your knuckles. Now, some people like to shift way forward. For me, I feel like I don't have as much room when I do that. So I stay stacked and then I lower from there. Inhale, pull up. Exhale, pull back and breathe out. And you'll notice when you're in a practice, there's moments where you're gonna take full chaturanga, you're gonna take knee down chaturanga, you're gonna skip it, and from plank, you're gonna come right to down dog. And all of those options are great, and they provide you with opportunity to rest in your practice, but also to find more opportunity for strength as well. So you'll notice too, that as you're practicing, you're gonna get stronger and you're gonna feel more freedom. So what's pretty cool about this pose is that it grows. And then it's never a moment where you feel like you have it, it's a constant practice. So again, a couple of things to remember. Core is actively engaged the whole time. So your front body matches the strength of your back body. You're stacking shoulders right on top of wrist, and then possibly bringing your shoulders over your knuckles if you can. The elbows stop at 90, or you can gently lay all the way down, but you want to do this pose slow because you want to protect the bicep tendon and the chest. The other thing that I want you to keep in mind is your legs and your feet. They're actively engaged the whole time. So every time I'm in high plank, I'm pushing, I'm actively working, I'm pressing the mat away. So I'm finding this space where I can feel free. So again, high plank, option 1, knees down, lower all the way to your tummies, untuck your toes, lift your heart for baby cobra, lay flat, exhale, hands and knees to child's pose. Option 2, inhale, high plank. Exhale, knee down, chaturanga. Pause before you hit the bottom. Inhale, cobra, make it big if you want. Exhale, child's pose. Press it back again, forehead down. Inhale, come forward. Option 3, high plank. Keep the knees lifted. Shift the heart forward just a little bit. Again, some people are gonna go further forward depending on the length of their arms and flexibility. Exhale, lay all the way down, pause, and drop. Untuck for baby cobra, full cobra or upward facing dog. And this is where we find our down dog transition. Last part of the sequence, fullest version, inhale, plank. Exhale, I'm gonna slowly lower to a point where I can hesitate. I feel my triceps working, flip my toes, lift my pelvis off the mat, look up at the sky, and then use my exhale to come all the way back to down dog, where I can take a break. Breath in through your nose, breath out. Put your knees on the earth. Allow yourself to take a break. Remember your wrist stretches. Remember all the muscles that are engaged during this pose. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. I'm happy to answer them and help you develop a stronger practice. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Thanks.